Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's Ava, for those of you who don't know me. So today's message is a little bit different because I got some unique messages from Spirit as I was getting ready for the day, and then throughout the day unique things came through. So take what resonates, what doesn't apply, don't apply it. And then I know a lot of you like tarot, so I'll pull some tarot cards at the end and see what comes out. But in the morning when I was getting ready, I was listening to this story about a person who was being prosecuted and for something that was unjust, for lack of a better word or for the easiest way to say it. And as I was hearing it and feeling it from Spirit, I was putting my makeup on, my mascara, and I was overwhelmed by it. I just started crying. And I was overwhelmed by like love for humanity and mankind and people all over the world that I couldn't stop crying from love, from Spirit, universe, God, whatever resonates with you and you believe in, that I had reusing my makeup. But what was really interesting that I was getting was how humanity as a whole has deviated, if you will, from the path of what we should be doing. And that is finding the love and connection between each other and finding the goodness in each other and not constantly seeking out. And I'm not saying every person is genuinely an authentic good person, but the majority of us on this earth are and came with good intentions are, and that people are conditioned or socialized to think one way, and I was being shown it's like being put in a box, right? And thinking this is the only way you can think or perceive everyone, when everyone's actually love. Because when we talk about people, it's really our souls, right? And that's how Spirit, universe, God, source, whatever resonates with you, I'm just going to say Spirit because it's easier, sees us and views us and loves us. And everyone's become, when I say everyone, I mean humanity, has become very judgmental towards other societies, towards other cultures, has become judgmental towards each other within their own societies without taking on the idea of what it's like to be maybe in that person's reality or that person's experience, and not realizing there are all these different experiences to be being had at the same time simultaneously. And depending where you're born, what time you're born, meaning century, decade, or what area of the world you're born in, you don't have control over that. So it's not for us to make judgments against others for those reasons. Is to try to understand. And I was so overwhelmed by this love that Spirit has for all of us, and this desire for us to stop this hatred, this judging, this disregard for each other. They want it to change, to shift. And you can do it instantaneously, is what they were showing me. And it's not this like, oh, I have to go through this whole thing. I have to change my whole perception. I have to go through this whole experience of, it's not this big journey, right? It's just, I have to be open to loving myself, and I have to be open to loving other people. It doesn't mean you have to welcome everybody into your life, but just understanding some people are coming from different experiences, different backgrounds, different I'm hearing realities that maybe you have. And that's what's giving us these unique perspectives on life, because we're all here learning to grow as soul beings. And that's what's allowing the depth of our souls to grow. And if we can understand that and embrace it, we can love. It was really profound the way I felt it, because I was just so overwhelmed. All I did was cry. And I think if you've been watching my channel, you've seen me overwhelmed by emotion before and crying when I feel it. So it was really unique. It was a really unique experience I had this morning. So that may resonate with some of you. As my day went on, I had some other unique experiences that occurred. So I'll tell you about these unique experiences because they may resonate with some of you. I feel like they were all these unique threads, if you will, throughout the day to tell a story that may link to what the tarot may give more insight to. So then a colleague asked me a story about time. And I used to work in the ER a while ago on the trauma side. And they were asking about something, and I ended up telling, and I never ever talk about it because I don't think it's ever my stories to tell. But I was explaining a perspective, a view based on what I had experienced early in the morning. So I was trying to give this person a different perspective of how to view things and when to know to fight for the right thing, because I'm somebody who always fights for the right thing. No matter what the cost is, I will fight for the right thing. I'm not telling you to go fight for the right thing and take on the world, because that's not what all of you are meant to do. But that's just my personality. And that's part of kind of what I'm supposed to do in some situations. So I told them a story about a really difficult situation that happened that I had encountered in the emergency room, and the story that happened and what I had to deal with and the fight I had to take on to stand up for what was right and stand up for a patient and everyone I had to challenge and what it took. And I was just telling a story to make an example for this person I was talking to. I didn't give it much thought at the time, right? So then I fast forward through my day, and something else occurred during the day that was unique because it was towards the very end of the day, and went back to kind of what I had talked about, how like, because I said, oh yeah, I always will fight for what's right. It doesn't matter when it is or who it is, I'll take them on if it's the right thing to do. And it came back to my current situation where I'm currently working and something wasn't right. And I had been misled with information. And I will always fight for what's right, especially if it's my team I lead. and I had been given misinformation, and I was fighting for the right raises for my team and the right promotion for somebody on my team. And they weren't trying to give the right raise. So I was upset. So I challenged everyone and laid out why this is wrong. And I didn't really care who I upset because it was wrong. And I was going to fight for what was right. So it was ironic that I had had this discussion earlier in the day based on something I had felt and experienced earlier about humanity and love, and we need to do the right thing if we know it's the right thing to do, especially if we can kind of put ourselves almost trying to in their shoes if we can, or trying to understand the other person's perspective. So I fought for this other person for what was the right thing, that I knew was the right thing, to get them the right raise, despite what people probably wouldn't like. And I won. And I'm not saying I won like, oh yeah, I'm so great. I knew I was gonna upset people in the process, but I wanted to do what was right because it was the right thing to do. So it was just kind of strange that the story I had told earlier in the day related back to another experience that happened today. So you may see yourself telling somebody something or telling them a story about what happened in a previous experience or a previous job, and then all of a sudden it's pertaining to something you're currently doing. And where I am right now, it's really cold and it's snowing. And I changed clothes to be much more comfortable when I went to dinner with colleagues, but I was in this like big white puffy jacket and a white sweater, and I had a white scarf on, and when I was walking into work, somebody laughed and they're like, oh my gosh, you remind me of Elsa. And I said, oh yeah, let it go. Just let it go, let it go. So that became like kind of the running joke that day in the office today. And I thought, that's true. We just need to let things go. We hold on to things. As human beings, we love to hold on to something, and we love to let it fester, and we love to make things worse than they are, and we'll just hold on to it, and we'll get more and more angry about something that might be really small and insignificant or totally irrelevant, and it doesn't even matter. And it eats at us, and it might make you anxious, it might make you stressed out, it might make you depressed, it might make you restless, it might make you worrisome, it might make you feel hopeless. But the whole point is, let it go. There's nothing to worry about. Spirit loves you unconditionally, and they will always take care of you and provide for you if you believe and if it's something you really want. So if you can learn to just let it go, because I was so happy walking in the snow. Everyone was driving back and doing all this. I'm like, no, I'm gonna walk. And I mean, the windshield was like negative, I don't know, whatever. I mean, I felt like I could have flown away like the Marshmallow Man because it was so windy. But I didn't care. I loved being in the snow. I was so happy. I'm like, all the worries can be just set free. And as I was watching all the snowfall, it reminded me of every snowflake is different. No two are the same. No two souls are the same. No two people are the same. But they're all created in love. And we all come from the same place. So if you can start to understand that and resonate with that, you can let go of the things that are much more insignificant in life, and it'll make it much more freeing and liberating to let go of the stressors that may stress you out that are smaller. Like is it, if somebody says the sky is green, the sky is green. Why debate it? Who cares? Let it go. If someone says there is no afterlife, let it go. Why debate it? Does it really matter? No. Don't waste your energy. Preserve those things for you. Let it go. Just be happy and be loved. That's their experience, their journey. It's not yours. So I was starting to understand to let go of all these things. You're not here to save everyone. You're not here to fix everything. You're here to have great experiences for yourself, people who are close to you, for those really dear friendships, for the really close family members, for your really close loved ones. But you can't save everyone along the way. You're not meant to. That's not your job. Your job is only to take care of yourself. So let go of everything else. And the only person you're responsible for is yourself. The only person you truly have control over is yourself. So I had dinner with some really great friends I love from work, and we all live in different parts of the country. But we're here tonight, so we were really excited to see each other. And I wanted to go outside and see the snowfall before I did this recording. And it was really interesting because I like to put I didn't have my gloves, so usually I'll unzip like the little zippers on my like white pepper jacket, which you probably can see right there in the back of the video. But my zipper was stuck, and I couldn't unstick my zipper. It got stuck on like some of the fabric lining, so it's like only I can only like right here. That's like all I could get my two like little fingers, and I could completely unzip the other one. So as I was standing out there, I thought, somebody's really stuck. And they're stuck on something. They're stuck on an ideology. They're stuck on a way of thinking. They're stuck on trying to save somebody. They're stuck on trying to solve a problem. They're stuck on trying to connect with someone they're never going to connect with because they're not supposed to. They're stuck on something, and I don't know what it is. All of you who this resonates with will know what I'm talking about, because all of you, it's something different. But somebody's stuck, and I could only unzip the zipper like halfway. And I thought, well, thank goodness I work closely with people I know can unzip my zipper. When I get into the office tomorrow, they can fix it for me. So I realized, somebody who can unstick you or get you out of this like zone of being stuck. So it's almost like you're like, they're showing me somebody like with like those like dunce hat caps. I think that like a hat on, sitting in a corner but facing the wall, and it's like I can't get out of the corner until someone tells me I can leave the corner. I think they used to do that like in the 50s or something to children or something in school. At least that's what I think they used to do here in the United States. But it's like you're waiting for someone to tell you it's okay now. For some of you, I feel like someone already has the ability to help you with that. And for some of you, you already have the ability to do it yourself. Because I already know who to go to tomorrow to fix the zipper on my jacket I can't unstick or unzip all the way or zip up all the way. So some of you already know who's the person to help you. And some of you already have the ability yourself to do it because you already have the resources. But some of you are stuck. It's like being stuck in a rock and a hard place, or you're stuck like in between two worlds. You're just like stuck in a corner and you're like, I can't move. I feel like I'm frozen. No pun intended when I was referencing Elsa from Frozen, which is not an advertisement, by the way. But it feels like That's what's happening with some of you. But you already have the answers, or you already know where the answers are to solve the problem. You just haven't sought them out. That's what I was getting this today. That's the information I got today. So I thought I would pull a couple tarot cards and see what else comes out. So I have the Devil card, which is Major Arcana for Capricorn. Queen of Coins. And Two of Wands. You are definitely stuck. So with this, you're stuck on the idea of somebody or someone. You're stuck on an ideology. You're stuck on a perspective or a one-way linear thinking. You're stuck on... You're like obsessed with this, almost. But I'm getting, this is like really stuck. Because to me, it feels like it's just, these are two people right here. Sorry, I'm packing to go home. But it feels like these are two people like almost like in a spider web. So it feels like you feel like you're wrapped up in this web and you're stuck and you don't know how to break yourself free. Thing is, you're already free and you don't even know it. Because you have the Two of Wands here, and that's deciding which way do you want to go. You have the world in the palm of your hands, and it's like, do I want to go right or left? I like how they're chops. They feel like chopsticks to me. I'm hearing the song. I think it's like a song they sing in churches. He has the world in the palm of his hands, or the whole world is in the palm of his hands. Something like that. You have like the world in the palm of your hands and you don't even realize it because you feel so stuck right here. You can't see right or left or forward or straight or in or out. But you already have everything you need. So I was saying, like, I feel like some of you can already unzip the zipper that I was like having a problem with. But then I was like, well, I can't do this, but I know who can. So some of you already know who to go to solve the problem. And some of you already can solve it. So you have everything you need in the palm of your hands. I feel like some of you are like palm readers. Or your hands are really sensitive. Like hypersensitivity. Like, they get like really red or really blue. Like they'll turn like, you know, they'll swell up and turn like a real red color, or they'll get like icy cold, or your hands are just like always cold. Even if it's like 100 degrees outside, your hands are just like always cold. Like it doesn't matter what you do, you can't keep your hands warm. Something about your hands. Someone really likes to eat sushi. I'm saying what I hear. And you already know which way you want to go. Two Wands is usually like, do I want to go right or left? But you actually know which way you already want to go. You've already made your choice. You actually already know which way you want to go. You're just not acknowledging it. And with the Queen of coins here. I'm getting, you're divinely protected. You're being showered with, it's like golden love. But the more important thing I'm seeing is, if you just acknowledge it, the coin's already with you. Like, the answer's within you. Because see how this coin is like part of under her dress? Her cape is like encompassing the coin. And it's rolling inward. So something's coming toward you that's you've been wanting. It's something tangible. Looks like a mythical creature is on this. What are they? They're the, it's like it's like a sea serpent. I don't know what the sea serpent represents, but it looks like a sea serpent on here. It's like a mythical creature, a sea serpent creature, but it's like something really positive. It's something, it's like it's a golden sea serpent, and I don't know what that represents, but that's rolling toward you to bring you these blessings. If you choose to set yourself free. Deck split here, so it's this. Okay, well that moved, and so did this. Nine of Cups. It's a lot of happiness. It's a wish fulfillment. Someone's laughing. But you know what I'm hearing with this? You know how, I don't know if you ever listened to like the music on some of that like music from, I've heard it on like, I think YouTube for like meditation purposes. But like people will like rub these different like bowls for like meditation music. Oh, interesting. I laid the cards out and I laid the 2 next to the 9, which equals 11, which is an angel number, which is divine protection. But I'm hearing the tone, that tone of when people play those big tubs. Like they'll rub them or they'll play them with like some kind of instrument. It's really like, it's like a beautiful frequency. It's a beautiful pitch. And there's like golden light behind you, raising with the sun, raising with the blue sky. But I don't care if you call the sky green, it doesn't matter to me. This is something you've been wanting and wishing for. It's like something you wished for a long time ago is coming to fruition. Because it is. It's like you've been battling for it. I'm seeing boxing gloves. It's like you've been fighting for this. And there's like elation here. And happiness and joy. And blue sky is emotion. Well, the blue makes me think of emotion. The gold makes me think of blessings. But this 11 really stands out to me. And he's holding 1 in his hand, so there's 8 out. And 8 is another number that's really spiritual, like the 8th house, which is Scorpio, ruled by Scorpio, I think. And that's like gambling, inheritance, mysticism, like deep, not just mysticism, it's like deep thoughts, deep energy. It's like tarot, the underworld. It's going really deep into things. You're going really deep into something to unstick, to pull yourself free of something. You're trying to pull yourself free from something, and you will. Or somebody's gonna help free you from something that you feel stuck to. I swear this card has come out in every single reading. This has to be a guide. The Knight of Cups. Because this is nothing but love. Every time I see this card, I usually don't say that, but I just keep getting love. Love, love, love. It's unconditional love. I'm hearing it's like Niagara Falls. It's like these like famous waterfalls around the world. It's just raining love upon you if you want to receive it. It's your choice. And maybe that's what you're choosing to free yourself from. Of, I never really received love the way I wanted to, or I've never loved myself the way I wanted to, and I am choosing to receive this love from Spirit. I'm choosing to experience this kind of love. I'm choosing to cry and receive that kind of love and feel that kind of love from Spirit that people talk about but I've never felt. I want to feel that and experience it because they want to rain this love down upon you. It is so pure and so real. I'm covered in the chills. So genuine, so unconditional. It's non-judgmental. It is an everlasting love. And look at the bottom of the deck. Queen of Wands. That's somebody who knows their worth, knows their value, is in their power, is so magnetic. So you're drawing this in. You're pulling this into you. You're asking to be free of whatever you feel, like my zipper analogy, to be free of that. You're asking to be the fighter you want to be the fighter for, whatever you want to fight for, because she's the queen who goes to war. So you're saying, I'm willing to fight for what I want. I'm willing to accept the love I deserve from Spirit, from myself, from others. I know I have the palm of the world in my hands, and I receive that. I deserve all the happiness I get from the Nine of Cups. There's this like halo above you, and it looks like a sunflower. Sunflowers bloom in July here in the United States. I don't know where they are in other countries, but July is like their big time to bloom. But it's like, you know you are almighty and powerful, by this, oh, how funny, I didn't even lay this out intentionally this way. I was just looking at them. By the love from your guide that is raining this love down upon you. It empowers you to be your authentic self, to fight for justice, to fight for humanity, fight for yourself, fight for what you know you need to fight for. If it's animal rights, if it's for yourself, it's for a family member, if it's for a colleague, if it's for your team, if it's for a company, if it's for patients, for whatever it is, you know this is what you need to do, and you're going to do it at any cost. I'm hearing you, even if it's at your own detriment, you're going to do it. Second card. Total happiness, total fulfillment. You're following your heart, your happiness, your bliss. I'm hearing the song, I'm walking on sunshine. Whoa. So yeah, this is going to lead to you being so happy. You're like skipping when you're walking. You're going to feel like a kid, and you feel like you're walking on sunshine, and you're just dancing and like moving to your own beat, and people are like, what's going on with them? What? I want what they have. Because you're being you. You embraced your light, is what I heard. You freed yourself because you have that. It's like the final... I'm hearing two different words. It's the final epiphany and it's the final precipice. So those have two totally different meanings. So for some of you, it's like the final epiphany you need to move forward. And for some of you, it's like it's on the precipice of happening for this to occur. Because you're going to be so, you're going to be walking on sunshine. That's what it's going to feel like. And it's like, I'm hearing this song by MC Hammer. Don't touch me. What is it like? You can't touch this. No, you can't touch this. That's what it feels like. Like they can't touch you. Like you're like sizzling. Like they can't touch you because you're just like at some level that's so much higher than other people, like vibrationally and spiritually. But people won't understand it. You'll just be radiating something differently, and people are like, what did you do? Did you get a haircut? Did you color your hair? Did you, like, for women, did you, like, change your lipstick? Did you, like, lose some weight? Like, and it won't be anything. It's just you. It's just your energy that's, like, emanating out, and it's going to be so large. Like, my hands are extended out as far as they possibly can be, but it's going to be so big that people can't comprehend. It's going to be, like, bigger than the sun, our own sun, which is a star, of course. It's going to be so big that people can't wrap their head around it because you're now truly integrated with spirit. Your soul's truly integrated with spirit. And once that happens, you have to intentionally undo it. But once you're truly integrated, you're integrated. And then life flows differently. Boy, they're giving me a lot of songs. I'm hearing, what is it, Tom Petty? I'm free falling. I'm free falling. I can't sing worth a lick. Free falling. I'm free falling. I'm free falling. Which one do you want? Bottom or middle? Bottom and middle. Okay. Yeah, that's what's gonna be happening. You're gonna be, well, I have to pause this. My camera's gonna end. I'm sorry.